Today's artificial intelligence can write elegant code, pass the bar exam, and draft perfect essays. But if you ask it how a falling object responds to gravity, it has no idea. Take a flat tire. A language model will give you a flawless list of instructions on how to change it, but that model possesses zero mental concept of how heavy the car actually is, where the jack goes, or the torque required to loosen a lug nut. To bridge that gap, researchers are targeting spatial intelligence. This is the ability to perceive, map out, and interact with the physical, three-dimensional environment. Until machines acquire this spatial awareness, they will remain trapped behind our screens as brilliant brains in a jar, entirely incapable of operating in physical reality. In 2009, Dr. Fei-Fei Li released ImageNet, a massive visual database that effectively taught machines how to recognize two-dimensional images and kicked off the deep learning boom. Now, she argues that scaling up language models is hitting a ceiling. To achieve true general intelligence, the field must transition to large world models. To execute this shift, she launched a startup called World Labs. Investors immediately backed the vision, valuing the company at over $1 billion before it had shipped a single product. The scientist who taught algorithms how to process flat photographs is now building the scaffolding for our 3D physical future. For decades, digital 3D environments relied on polygon meshes. These rigid wireframes are incredibly heavy to compute, making them impossible for an AI to instantly generate on the fly. World Labs bypasses this engineering bottleneck using a rendering technique called Gaussian splatting. On the left, a traditional, rigid polygon mesh. On the right, the same shape constructed from fluid volumetric clouds. Their real-time frame model calculates how physics interact with these points. As a user moves, the system instantly computes accurate lighting, shadows, and depth. Because this math is so much lighter, a machine can now imagine and render a fully lit physical environment almost as quickly as a chatbot predicts the next word in a sentence. World Labs is channeling that rendering speed into their first commercial generation tool, called Marble. Feed the system a flat photograph. Within minutes, the image bursts outward, extrapolating a complete, deeply layered, three-dimensional world hidden behind the original frame. Giving machines the power to generate and manipulate physical reality carries obvious risks. Dr. Li approaches this from her experience co-directing the Institute for Human-Centered AI at Stanford. She argues that ethical guardrails must be coded directly into the technology from day one, ensuring that spatial AI prioritizes human safety as it learns to navigate our environments. World Labs is attempting to safely architect the foundational layer of spatial computing before the technology scales into our daily lives. Tech giants like Autodesk, NVIDIA, and AMD are pouring capital into large world models for a highly specific industrial endgame, robotics. The main barrier keeping autonomous robots off our streets and out of our homes is a technical hurdle known as the sim-to-real gap. You can train a robot's software perfectly in a virtual simulation, but in a physical chassis, reality hits. Unpredictable friction, sensor noise, and complex geometry cause failures. Large world models fix this by generating accurate 3D environments, erasing the gap before hardware is built. We are moving past the era of the digital chatbot. The next phase of artificial intelligence has a body, and it is finally learning how to move through our world.